Good morning, student. We were doing chapter number 6, that is extraction of metal. Different steps for metallurgy. First step we had done, that is concentration of ore, and that is done by 4 methods. First was hydraulic washing, second was magnetic separation, third was froth flotation process, and the last was leaching. When ore is concentrated by any one of the method, depending upon the physical properties of gangue particles and metal, ore, we have to convert ore into its oxide. And conversion of ore into oxide is done by 2 methods, calcination and roasting. Why we are converting ore into metal oxide? Because reduction of metal oxide is easy. Instead of if ore is sulfide or carbonate, its reduction will be difficult. But when metal is in form of its oxide, then it will be easy to reduce. Now we have to study about reduction of metal and how thermodynamic principle and electrochemical principles are important in reduction of metal oxides. So now we have to study with reduction of metal oxide. Now for the reduction process, we need reducing agent. This is general suppose process of reduction, that is MXOY, any metal oxide. When reduced by coke, we have metal and carbon monoxide will be released. Why? In order to balance it. Process is called reduction. This is called reducing agent. Coke is known as reducing agent. In this process, metal oxide converted into metal and reducing agent get oxidized to carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. So many reducing agents are available. Carbon coke can be used as reducing agent. Carbon monoxide can be used as reducing agent. Other metal can also be used as a reducing agent. So by using suitable reducing agent, metal oxides will be converted into metal, crude metal. ये जो metal हमको मिलेगा ये कैसा होगा? Crude metal. Crude मतलब impure metal. So after completing reduction, we have to use some methods for a refining process of this metal. Right now we are doing reduction of metal oxides to the metal. Okay. Now we have to study that how thermodynamic principles are important for this reduction process. Thermodynamic principles for metallurgy or for reduction of metal oxides. थोड़ा सा thermodynamics recall करते हैं. We know that in thermodynamics we will study that any process will be spontaneous or feasible. Process या reaction will be feasible. Feasible मतलब will be possible, will be spontaneous when change in free energy of the system will be less than 0. So for all spontaneous processes, the change in free energy of the reaction or for that process should be negative. If delta G is positive, reaction will be non-spontaneous. If delta G is negative, the reaction will be spontaneous. And if delta G value is 0, we can say that it is equilibrium condition. So for all spontaneous process, feasible matlab spontaneous, delta G should be less than 0. That is, value of delta G must be negative. This is called standard free energy change. This is called free energy change for the reaction at any temperature. Now in thermodynamics, we had also studied how it is related with change in entropy and enthalpy. Delta G is delta H minus T delta S. What is delta H? Change in enthalpy. What is delta S? Change in entropy. Enthalpy matlab heat of reaction. We know some reactions are exothermic, some are endothermic. Exothermic reaction delta H is negative. For endothermic reaction delta H is positive. What is delta S? It is change in entropy. And entropy is a measure of randomness. It is a measure of randomness. And entropy increases during physical change in the physical state of element. Suppose in a process, solid is converted into liquid or liquid is converted into gas. Then this way randomness increases. Randomness increases, so entropy also increases. So entropy is a measure of randomness. Solid, the molecules are compactly packed, so they are not free to move here and there, so their entropy will be less. But when the element or a compound is in gaseous state, then the entropy will increase and delta S will be positive. So two factors will affect the value of delta G, that is delta H and T delta S. अब जैसा कि मैंने आपको आगे बताया, कोई भी रिएक्शन फिजिबल होगा, कोई भी रिएक्शन स्पॉन्टेनियस होगा अगर उसका डेल्टा जी नेगेटिव होगा. So there are two ways by which delta G can be negative. What are the two conditions where delta G can be negative? First, suppose if delta S is positive, this is positive, and at high temperature, T delta S is more than delta H. आनी वैल्यू आना करता વધારે. ओवरऑल अगर आप डेल्टा जी देखते जाओगे तो क्या मिलेगा? नेगेटिव. वैल्यू वाइज जोड़ा जाए तो सपोज डेल्टा S is 400, temperature is 300. This delta S is positive 400, temperature is 300. If you multiply them, T delta S value is 12 4 zeros. This is more than delta H value. Suppose delta H value is 300 or 400. So obvious T delta S is more than delta H. But as the negative sign over here, delta G become negative. So reaction will be always spontaneous. Reaction will be spontaneous. What is the first condition when the reaction is spontaneous? It will be spontaneous if delta S is positive and at high temperature T delta S is much greater than delta H. Then overall value of delta G will be negative and the reaction will be spontaneous. Secondly, how the reaction will be spontaneous? How it can made to be spontaneous? We know that reduction involves two steps. Reduction of metal oxide involve two steps. Suppose we consider this metal oxide, M2O plus C gives M plus C. This is the reduction reaction. Okay. When this reduction reaction become spontaneous. So this involves two steps. Number one, metal oxide is converted into metal and oxygen. Metal get reduced. In order to balance this, we have to write like this. So first step, reduction of metal oxide. Let its free energy change is delta G1. Second process taking place is oxidation of reducing agent. Carbon oxidized and converted into CO. This is free energy change for Second step is delta G2. By adding these two reactions, we'll get the final reaction, which is actual reaction for reduction of metal oxide. So when this reaction will be feasible, when its delta G value will be negative, then the reaction will be feasible. And we know that delta G negative is, delta G value is the sum of these two, because when these two reactions are added, we get the third one. So delta G for the reduction reaction is the sum of delta G naught 1 plus delta G naught 2. In case suppose first reaction is having 400 joule positive, but the first reaction is non-spontaneous, but second reaction is so high spontaneous that for this delta G value is minus 600, then overall delta G will become negative. So the reaction will be spontaneous. कभी कभी ऐसा लगेगा कि फर्स्ट स्टेप जो है वो स्पॉन्टेनियस नहीं है क्योंकि इसका डेल्टा जी वैल्यू तो पॉजिटिव आता है, लेकिन सेकंड रिएक्शन हाईली स्पॉन्टेनियस है, उसके लिए डेल्टा जी का वैल्यू इतना नेगेटिव है कि अगर अपन इन दोनों को ऐड करें तो ओवरऑल डेल्टा जी कैसा हो जाना चाहिए, नेगेटिव. This is called coupling of two reactions, addition of two reactions. So when coupling of two reaction taking place, which is reduction of metal oxide, oxidation of reducing agent, overall if delta G become negative, then the reaction will be spontaneous. Anyhow, for the reduction process, if delta G is negative, then that reduction will be spontaneous. So accordingly, we have to select the reducing agent such that by coupling the two-step reaction, overall delta G will be negative and the reaction will be spontaneous. Now it is very difficult to know which reducing agent is best for which metal oxide. Every time we have to do this. Every time we have to find delta G naught values for each reaction and then we have to couple and we have to add. In order to make it simple, there is a plot of free energies of formations of metal oxide versus temperature. Ellingham, the name of scientist, did this and he plotted a graph. That graphs are called Ellingham diagram. That Ellingham graphs or Ellingham diagrams are very important and very useful in deciding the suitable reducing agent for a particular metal oxide. What is Ellingham diagram? See. Ellingham diagram. What he found out for this Ellingham diagram, how he drawn kaya components of physical quantities વચ્ચે એને graph plot કર્યું છે. He plotted a graph between free energies of formation of, this is free energy of formation of, free energy of metal oxides when 1 mole oxygen is used. When 1 mole oxygen is used in its formation. In its formation. Just suppose we want to prepare FeO. Fe plus O2 gives FeO. Now in order to balance it, we need 1 mole oxygen only. So balance like this. 2 Fe. Oxygen must be 1 mole. इसके लिए जो भी delta G होगा वो हमको लेना है as a delta G of formation of the metal oxide. Suppose we are preparing Al2O3. Aluminium plus oxygen gives Al2O3. Now here we need only 1 mole of oxygen. While balancing, don't put numbers over here. This is 1 mole only. So if you balance it, then it would be here 3 oxygen atom, here 2. So we'll write 2 by 3. This will be 4 by 3. So for this reaction, the change in free energy we have to use for plotting graph. So which change in free energy took for plotting graph? Formation of metal oxide when 1 mole oxygen is used. So while balancing the equation, because it is extensive property, if you multiply whole equation by 2, delta G value will change. So keep in mind that oxygen must be 1 mole. These delta G when plotted against temperature, the graph obtained is known as Ellingham diagram. Nobody will ask you to draw a Ellingham diagram. એ કેમ પ્લોટ થાય એ કોઈ નહીં પૂછે. આપણે ખાલી એમાં સમજવા જેવી વસ્તુ છે કે આપણે સમજી લઈએ કે Ellingham diagram how it helpful in deciding which is best reducing agent for which metal oxide. I'll draw for you somewhat, थोड़ा सा draw करके आपको समझाती हूँ what is Ellingham diagram. Okay. Figure number 6.4 is given. See here they have taken delta G naught values and here different temperatures. Clear? If you look at this graph, nobody will ask you to draw this graph. Clear that. Graph will be given to you and just you have to give the answers. Now in this graph, if we can see that magnesium oxide graph is at the bottom like this. This is graph of magnesium plus O2 gives magnesium oxide. सबसे बॉटम पे है. फिर आता है एल्यूमिनियम वाला ग्राफ इस तरीके से. Here point A is given. This is for Al plus O2 gives Al2O3. 3. So here it is 4/3. Both the graphs cut at A. Now every graphs moving towards positive slope. देखो उसके बाद जिंक का ग्राफ दिया हुआ है, वो भी कुछ ऐसे दिया हुआ है, लेकिन कुछ ग्राफ है जिसमें नेगेटिव स्लोप भी आ रहा है. कौन से ग्राफ है? C plus O2 gives CO like this. नीचे आ रही है formation of carbon monoxide. Other graphs also move straight. जैसे C plus O2 gives CO, it moves straight like this. So what does this graph actually means? This plot of graph is against delta G naught and temperature. We come to know what is the value of delta G for particular metal oxide at particular temperature. These are the values of delta G and they'll be negative. Suppose this is 1400, this is 1200, this is 1000. So delta G values are lying on the y-axis and temperature given on the x-axis. Suppose at point A, the temperature is 1200 or 1473 Kelvin here. Now how this graph will helpful in deciding about reducing agent for a metal oxide? The graph that is lying below, if we compare aluminium and magnesium, magnesium lying below, aluminium up. So to reduce alumina, magnesium is the better reducing agent. For the reduction of Al2O3, magnesium is better reducing agent. Suppose this graph belongs to zinc, this one. Zn plus O2 give ZnO. Aluminium and magnesium, both the metal can reduce zinc oxide. तो नीचे वाले जो मेटल होते हैं, they are best reducing agent. Their delta G value is more negative compared to delta G value of the upper one metal oxide. जैसे क्वेश्चन है, suggest condition under which magnesium can reduce alumina. Just I wanted to tell you one thing. After that we'll do this question. How to use this Ellingham diagram or the value of delta G for telling that this particular metal is better reducing agent for metal oxide. What we have to do? See, suppose this is the reaction. Metal oxide by reducing agent converted into metal and oxygen will be reduced. Sorry, CO will be formed. This is the reduction reaction. As I told you, this reduction is a couple of two reaction, addition of two reaction. Which two reaction? First is M2O converted into metal plus half oxygen. And the second reaction is C. When added with half mole of oxygen, we have C. If we add delta G naught values for these two reactions, we are able to find out delta G for overall reaction, and we come to know if delta G is negative, reaction is spontaneous. If it is not, then the reaction is non-spontaneous. Suppose delta G value for this is 1, for this it is 2. What we have to do? We have to add these two delta G values. We need this reaction. How do we get this reaction? By adding these two. See, oxygen will be cancelled. We'll get this. So delta G1 plus delta G2 will give you delta G naught for overall reaction. Now, here the delta G values are given for the formation of metal oxide. Here we are using decomposition of metal oxide. So what we have to do? Its value should be reversed. ये जो हमको delta G का वैल्यू दिया, सपोज मुझे मैग्नीशियम का delta G ढूंढना है, ये तो this delta G is for this reaction. Magnesium plus O2 give 2 MgO. For this, the delta G naught is minus 1400, for example. But we need here reverse reaction, decomposition of M2O. So what we have to do? We have to reverse it. Decomposition of magnesium oxide to give magnesium and oxygen. The delta G value will be reversed. So it would become plus 1400. Okay. This we have to add with alumina. The value of aluminium oxide. See. या कार्बन आप ले रहे हो तो कार्बन के साथ इसको ऐड करना है. जैसे कार्बन का वैल्यू अगर अपन यहाँ देखेंगे तो क्या मिलेगा? Whatever be the value. પછી તમારે બેને વેલ્યુ એડ કરવાની. Delta G negative आ गए तो reaction will be spontaneous. So always the lower metal is the best reducing agent for above metal oxide. जैसे magnesium is better reducing agent for alumina. After this point, after this temperature, दोनों ग्राफ यहाँ पे कट कर रहे हैं, तो इस टेम्परेचर के बाद देखिए आप, ये मैग्नीशियम वाला ग्राफ ऊपर चले गया, एल्यूमिनियम वाला ग्राफ नीचे है. After this temperature, aluminium can reduce magnesium oxide. बस very always lower line metal will reduce upper line metal. फिर जितना डेल्टा जी का गैप ज्यादा आएगा, जितना ज्यादा वैल्यू आएगा, उतना रिएक्शन क्या होगा? Spontaneous. Delta G value more negative means the reaction is more spontaneous. Now we'll do one example. He's asking, suggest under which condition magnesium reduce alumina. Example 6.1. Under which condition magnesium reduce alumina? Al2O3 plus Mg gives Al plus Mg. Delta G value आनी गोतवानी है. अगर ये नेगेटिव आए तो reaction spontaneous, because here magnesium is a reducing agent. Now this reaction is sum of two reactions, two equations. Which one? 4 by 3 Al plus O2 gives 2 Al2O3. This is first equation. And second is Mg plus O2 gives Mg. If balanced, then 2 Mg. यहाँ पे 1 होना चाहिए. Clear? Now, at the point of intersection A in the graph, we can see that delta G is 0. Below that point, magnesium can reduce alumina. आप वैल्यू से भी कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो. What is the value for this given in table delta G in that graph? Look at the value. કેટલી આઈ પીછે? At this particular temperature or any other temperature, कोई भी एक टेम्परेचर सेलेक्ट कर लो. सपोज 1073 सेलेक्ट किया तो 1073 पे वैल्यू देखिए आप कितना दिया, अराउंड अबाउट 900 और 890 कर देती हूँ मैं. उसी टेम्परेचर पे इसका डेल्टा जी कितना दिया है देखिए, मैग्नीशियम का सेम टेम्परेचर पे 800 डिग्री पे आप ग्राफ को कट करके डेल्टा जी वैल्यू निकाल सकते हैं। यहाँ पे आ रहा है समथिंग मैग्नीशियम के लिए -1000, clear, because graph is below, magnesium graph is below. Now if we need this equation, what we have to do? We have to reverse this reaction. આ reaction ને આપણે reverse કરવી પડે. First equation ને reverse કરીએ તો શું થશે? 2Al2O3 gives 4/3Al plus O2. આને reverse કરી, delta G value भी change થઈ જશે, plus 890 થઈ જશે. હવે તમે reaction ને add કરો, oxygen will be cancelled, we'll get the required equation. 2 then 2Mg gives 2MgO and 4/3Al. So what is the delta G for this reaction which will come here? Negative. See, means the reaction is spontaneous. Matlab magnesium can reduce alumina. So from Elingham diagram we can conclude that lower line metal je niche present hoy, they are best reducing agent for the metal oxides which lie above in the graph. Now ये अलग बात है कि magnesium we are not using to reduce alumina, spontaneous है at that particular temperature or below that temperature, but economically it is not favorable. पैसा भी देखना पड़ेगा ना, तो economically we are not using magnesium for reducing alumina, but we can because the reaction is spontaneous. Okay, now we'll do some applications for Elingham diagram and reduction of some metal oxide. In that we will do extraction of iron. So in next video we will discuss about extraction of iron.